Welcome back to Neil Invest. Thanks for joining me here on the channel. September was one of the biggest months I have ever had for dividends. And in this video, we're going to have a look through, see what I get paid, track all of the dividends, go through each of the businesses and see what that has meant for my portfolio. Straight into it. This is what I am using. Trading 212 is a link below if you're interested in that. I've been using this platform for about 3 years now. Prior to that, I used Hargreaves Lansdowne. Probably going to use it next year as well. It is probably one of the best ones out there if you're looking for individual stocks and funds. If you're one of those investors like me that likes a bit of a mix, dividends, growth stocks, funds, the lot, you like a bit of a mixed pie, it's a pretty good platform to start with. So first of all, as you can see, I've gone from the green into the red, which happens a lot at the moment over the course of the last 24 hours, but that's the nature of investing at the moment, and I am long-term, so it doesn't massively bother me. So the first dividend I got in September, not the first actually, we're going to start with the smallest and we're going to go to the largest, starting with stocks, then moving on to ETFs. The first stock I got was Microsoft then. So Microsoft pay quarterly. I have got in here, what have I got? 2,228. I'm up by nearly 29% in Microsoft. Like I say, they pay quarterly. So September, December, January, June. Does that work out? Whatever it is. So market cap is massive for this business, $2.47 trillion. But they don't pay a massive dividend, and the yield is coming in at 0.9%, and that means I got paid £3.57. Fine, I'm looking for that yield to obviously improve over the course of the next few decades that I'm investing into these sort of businesses. I'm going to do rolling total at the top so you can see how it's ticking along. Right, the second one is, let me find it. It was, I don't even find that annoying. It comes up all the time these days. Johnson & Johnson. So Johnson & Johnson healthcare company. I am got 1,453, just ever so slightly down, 3.63% invested into this one. It is a quarterly dividend payer, and it does have a yield of 3.05%. Big business as well. Market cap 375 billion quid, but makes a lot of revenue, nearly 100 billion in revenue. So it's a pretty healthy business. It's one that I'm quite happy with. So it paid me £8.71. Right. Next one then is Realty Income. Everyone's favorite monthly paying dividend. It's had a bit of a tough year, it's fair to say. So I'm down 14.84%. I've got nearly $3,000 invested into this. I did double my position recently when I sold out of McDonald's, but I didn't do it right at the bottom, unfortunately. So I have averaged down a little bit, but I will be keen to continue to average down because I think it's a great price at the moment. So yield is 6.05%, and that's gone up obviously as the stock price has gone down. And this was the first month that I got that new higher payment as a result of doubling in my position. So I got £12.13 this month. So I'm into double digits now for Realty Income. And because it pays every month, for as long as I hold this stock, I will get at least a tenner, at least 12 quid every single month. And if this business lasts 30 years, I will get that increasing every single month for 30 years. So into the double digits guaranteed every month now is a really great place to be. So it's taken a while to get there, but I'm happy with it. Next up is 3M, known for worker safety, gear, healthcare, consumer goods, load of different things. Stock has been continued to be hit over the course of the last 12 months. It is down 24.33%. I am down 30.65%. I've been buying it longer than that, so unfortunately I've continued to go down. Now the market cap is at 50 billion and the revenues at 35 billion. So there's some issues in the background in terms of legal issues that are going on and some management issues as well. But look at the PE ratio, so 8.53. So if you can overlook some of the issues and if you think there's a bargain to be had here, that PE ratio suggests that maybe there is. Now, because the stock has been hit again, the yield is 6.63%. It is another business that pays as a quarterly dividend. And what did I get? I got £12.59. Now, don't forget, every single penny I have ever made from dividends has been reinvested back into these businesses. We're looking for that compounding. We're looking for that snowball effect. And the only way that's going to happen is if you reinvest those dividends, guys. So don't forget, there is a link below for trading 212. If you use that link, you will get a free share. All you need to do is deposit £1, fill in all of the details, and pretty much straight away, they'll give you a free share. It's usually, typically, around about £10 worth value of share. They'll either give you a fractional share or they'll give you a whole one to the value of about a tenner. Now, I've had some as 80 quid and I've had some as low as about 6 quid. So it's going to fall anywhere in the middle there. But basically, use that link. You got some free cash. Just for watching this video today, you get free cash. Right, next one is Lloyds. Let me find it on the old jobby here. So Lloyds, I invested into, then sold out of. Now I'm invested back into it. So I was a bit naive before, but I am keen to hold it now for the longer term. What have I got? 1,100 quid. Not a massive allocation into this business. The market cap is 27 billion, revenue is 10 billion, and the yield is 5.79%. But over the course of the last year, it's pretty stable. It's about 2.64% up. So interest rates, housing prices, UK markets, global issues is making the stock all over the place. And it is a stock, when you look at the max look, typically does go all over the place. So what we're looking for is when it's low, when it's looking like it's cheap, picking up more. And that's what I'll continue to do. So Lloyds paid me £21 and 21 pence. And because it's a UK business, we're not paying any of that naughty old withholding tax. So don't forget, any US businesses you hold, when you get paid a dividend, you will automatically get hit by a 15% withholding tax. So that'll only happen on UK businesses, US businesses. So it's one to watch out for. Right, last stock before we move on to funds is Legal and General. I've got a couple of grand in here, and I've been hit pretty hard on this one as well, 17%. Over the course of the last year, it is down 7%. So again, I've been buying when it was way above the price it is now. Might be one that if you're looking for a bargain, it could be at a decent price at the moment. Market cap, 13 billion. PE ratio is 16, so that has come down a little bit. So it is a biannual payer because it's a UK payer, so it pays in June time, and it paid in September, obviously. So 9.04% dividend yield. That could represent a risk. There could be a risk there of it getting cut. Time will tell, I guess. So I was paid £51 and 30 pence for my holding. Again, all reinvested straight back into the business. And that's what I've done now is I've turned off auto investing, by the way. Because if you have auto reinvest on dividends on Trading 2 and 2, that £50 will get spread across all of the businesses within my pie. So I now have to go in and manually do that, which is fun. Quite enjoy doing it, to be honest with you. So that gives me a total for my stocks, my individual businesses, £109 and 51 pence for September. I've got 3 funds as well that paid in September too. First of all, S&P 500. Oh, where is it? Got to find it on here, haven't I? S&P 500. There it is. One of my biggest, in fact, my biggest holding now, just short of 8K. Has been tipping in and out of around 8K over the course of the last week. 5% up on this. I've been increasing my positions into funds. You'll probably notice, as you'll see from my portfolios, I'm scanning down. So funds, I'm always going to have more in there than I am individual stocks, but I want to make sure it's even more. So that's going to be the strategy over the course of the next 12 months or so, really up into these funds that I have. So it's Visa that I hold. So it's a Vanguard S&P 500, one of the most famous. It pays quarterly. It's got a 1.25% yield. And the result of the holding I have at the moment, it paid me £23 and 49 pence. And it will pay again in December. And because I've been increasing my position into here, I suspect that might be a little bit more. Second fund I have is emerging markets. There it is. So I like to have a broad spectrum across the world of different diversification across my portfolio. So I have emerging markets in there. I have 3.5 grand invested into there. I am down. No change there, right? 7.98% down. I am. But this is a dividend payer. Again, it pays quarterly. It pays at a rate of 2.74%. And as a result of that, I got paid £45 and 66 pence for holding this bad boy. Absolutely free cash. And then the last one I got is my all world. Again, a few quid in here, just short of 7K, 6,800 in here. Slightly down, 0.74%. Again, I have been increasing my position into this one. Over the course of the last year, it is up ever so slightly, 0.06%. It hasn't been the most stable 12 months, 24 months, 48 months on this planet, has it? So stocks have been all over the place. 6,800 invested, as I said, pays quarterly at a rate of 3.52%. That means I got paid £47 and 48 pence, which means my total for funds is £116 and 63 pence, which means my grand total is £226 and 14 pence. That's what I got paid on this portfolio in dividends for holding these businesses in the month of September. Now, clearly, £48,000 is a lot of money to hold. It's a lot. It's taken me a number of years to get to that position. So if you are starting your journey, you've only got a few hundred quid, don't be daunted by this. If you've got millions, don't laugh at me. You know, we're all different. We're all different in our journey, and that's where I am. Now, that means £226 and 14 pence got invested straight back into those businesses. It was the second biggest month I've ever had. And one of the things I like to track is what that means as a salary. So over the course of September, if you were to consider there's 37 hours in a week, times that by 4, divided by the amount I got paid in dividends, and actually I got a salary, an hourly rate of £1.39, which I am more than happy with. As I say, free cash. Thanks for watching. If you want that free share, check below, as I said. Also, if you like this sort of stuff, feel free to subscribe. Thanks a lot.